Cool. All
Hi,
right. Go ahead, Don.
Hi. Rise Recovery's mission is to help teens, young adults, and families overcome the effects of drug and alcohol and partner with the community in education and prevention. Hi, B. Who do we have today?
Hey, Danya. Well, today we have my number one buddy and pal of all times. I mean, I love this guy like inside and out. And he doesn't know it or not, but you are my little secret hero on the inside. So we have Travis. Travis,
Yay. Hi, Travis. So
Mr.
good to have you
Donaldson.
here.
Jeez, what a gracious
I love
intro.
Travis. Travis is
Hard to live up to. That's
Man, I'm so glad though that you're here. You're here with us, Travis. I know, like I said, I get the privilege and opportunity to be able to work with you, and I see you right, like on a daily, in what you bring to the table, and where your heart lies, and it's just a beautiful thing. So I respect you 100% for all that you do. But with that said, right, enough of all that, right? Want to just get down to a little bit of nitty gritty, and that would be like, talk to us. Let us know, like, what brought you into recovery. How did you get this connection with Rise, and why are you here?
oh wow, that's a
Bye.
loaded question.
Yes.
That's super loaded. I guess I visited what used to be PDAP, Rise Recovery, whenever I was younger. The funny thing was that there was this one counselor that I would introduce myself to every single time. I would forget that I met him, but I would walk up and I'd be like, "Hey, it's nice to be here. It's a cool place you got." He's like, "Dude, we talked like a week ago," and that was pretty much my life for for a good amount of years of just one big blackout. Um, and I started really young. I started at 12, which is now like pretty much the normal age of experimentation with drugs and alcohol. But back then it was unlike uh, my mom couldn't understand. My parents they just didn't understand why her middle school student was smoking weed. You know, like, um, the thing is that through coming in and out of what I was being forced to do, um, that Rise Recovery helped my parents understand how to deal with me. Um, so through that, they told me to find my own way to detox, or to find somewhere else to sleep, because they weren't going to enable me anymore. Um, so I got to move out of my house about 16 or 17 years old, and life became really real. And that's kind of uh, I mean, that's where my heart lies with this organization, is that I don't want teenagers to have to go to that point. Like, I don't want them to have to um, go work some jobs that they don't care for a really long time, or to just be forced into reality and have to fend for themselves. Because that's kind of where I ended up, and then I ended up in a homeless shelter at 20 years old, where I finally got sober. Though, you know, it was through it was through my parents having enough. It was through my friends having enough. It was through any loved one in my life having enough and saying I can't watch. My mom, when she dropped me off she did give me a ride there, but she wasn't going to let me sleep on her couch anymore. But she said, I can't watch you kill yourself anymore. And that was a conversation that we had numerous times before. It's not that I don't love you. It's not that I don't care for you. It's that I can't watch my baby boy kill himself
Mm.
anymore. And that was something that always stuck in my head every single time a family member explained uh, why they couldn't see me anymore. And it was also understandable. I couldn't even get mad. Um, my brother stopped inviting me to hang out with his friends at a really young age, and I said, "What happened? I used to love going to hang out with y'all." And he would say, "You're an awesome person. All my friends love you when you're sober. Um, you talk about that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Talk about that, um, I'm perfectly normal in every aspect except when it comes to the drink, except when it comes to the drug. And then all things are off. That sweet little baby boy isn't there anymore.
Mm.
So I don't know how long I'm supposed to, because I could turn this into a speaker meter really quick.
So what keeps you coming? What keeps you involved?
I love, I'm going to paraphrase, but I love the part in the book that really keeps me going. The big book is, the hope of the alcoholic is dependent on his spiritual growth. I'm going to paraphrase because it's not, but, I love that there's never a finish line. I love that there's never a stop to self-improvement. There's never a stop to trying to offer compassion to every single person in my life, because my heart is still closed to some people, and I want it to be open. My heart's still closed to some ideas or organizations but that's the good thing. If I was enlightened, if I was sitting here just like sitting on a cloud, I wouldn't need this shit anymore. I wouldn't need meetings. I wouldn't need and there's no fun in that, right? Without the bad, there wouldn't be good. I need this perspective.
Yeah.
I love the idea of never being perfect. I love the idea of constantly trying to get better for the others around me. And God, I'm not perfect at it. But it's such a cool goal of that spiritual growth. There's another part in the big book that talks about, the hope of the alcoholic is dependent on his constant thought of others. And that opens up the door too, because I thought it was just like other alcoholics, and I thought it was just addicts, and I thought like that's where my heart needed to be, but no, it's every single person in this world. So that like, that opens the door to growth.
Whole new relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long you got sober?
I have over 8 years sober.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. I don't even know what to say. I mean, God, what you said was just really, really awesome. And it had me thinking and going. So I appreciate it as always. I don't know. So give me one little nugget that you'd like to throw on the table, that to give to a newcomer or someone who's might be thinking about, maybe I need to try this thing. Maybe not, but hopefully so. You know what I'm saying? Give me one nugget. What's something that you would tell them, something that you've learned.
Well, I just heard recently, don't that you always hear that saying, live every day like it's your last, but live every day like it's your first. Like before you had these preconceived notions, before you had these things inside of you that blocked you from the world and connection and interaction, and everything like that. Like live every day before you had these blockages. But also like it doesn't stop in the rooms. I know that when I got sober at 20, it was a big load on my shoulder to think that I was going to have to go to 12 steps for the rest of my life. I knew that that's not all that I wanted. That's not all that was in store for me. So if I could instill a little wisdom that helped me tremendously, is that the 12 steps gave me a life. It's not all of my life. It's not the whole thing, man. I get to go anywhere any normal person can go. I get to travel the world if I want to. I get to, go to, yeah, like literally the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
So long as I have a sufficient reasoning for being there and seeing what I can bring into the situation, not always what I can take out. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit the limits. It's yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Travis.
I love you, Travis. You're awesome.
Love you too, brother.
Love y'all so much.
Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us today. And I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. You got anything, Daniel?
If anybody knows anybody that is needing help or just looking to see if they need help, please reach out to Rise Recovery. They can call us at 210-227-2634, or they can email at info@riserecovery.org. And please keep watching. We're loving it. Thanks, guys.
Cool beans. Thank you, guys. Love you, Travis. Bye, Danya.
Thanks. Love you.
Bye.